Ever wanted to meet your younger self? Or your dad or grandpa when he was young? And you wish time machines existed? You could do this by going back in time. But guess what? This is the exact reason time machines cannot exist. If everyone had time machines, they would try to meet their ancestors or younger selves. And even worse, someone can try changing historic events. Someone would stop construction of Big Ben, or someone would make two Big Bens. Anyone trying to be a main character will go and kill a terrorist when they were young. This will lead to full multiverse trash full of paradoxes.
Suppose this is you when you were 20 years old, let's say, and your dad gives you a shoe which he tells that he got it when he was 15 years old. But you become a wanderer and you, let's say, go back in 1980s when your dad was also 10 to 15 years old. You go back there, you meet your dad, and then when while returning, you forget your shoes which you left at your dad's place. And then you come back, you realize that the shoe went missing. But actually, you forgot it in 1980s. And your dad likes that shoes and keep wearing and stores it safely until in 2025 when it's your birthday and he gives you that exact same shoes. Then you again go back in time and give that shoe. And when again 2025 comes and then he gives you that shoe. So you see that it's a time loop. But moreover, a time loop, it's a bootstrap paradox. You gave your dad that shoe, and that pair of shoe was given to you by your dad. So, who is the creator of that pair of shoes? Maybe there is a company logo written on it, but no one created that shoe, neither the company nor you dad. So that shoe came from thin air. And this is what bootstrap paradox actually means.
One hypothesis also said that time travel could be possible, but time travelers could only travel to future. However, I think this hypothesis is ridiculous as well. Let me go back to the pen and paper method and explain you with another case.
Suppose the year is 2050 and time machine has been invented and but they could only travel in future. So let's say 2050 people go travel to 2070. But when 2050's people travel to 2070 and meet the people living in 2070, wouldn't they ask about the major geopolitical events that happened during 2050 to 2070? And by chance, which will obviously happen, if 2050's people told them about all the wars and all the disasters, all the earthquakes, all the tsunamis happening between these years, let's say that any countries go into war in 2055, so 2070 people would know that it will happen in 2055 and they go back in time means between these 20 years, like the time passage is between these 20 years, right? 2050 to 2070 people could travel between these 20 years. Actually 2050 people can travel to infinity. So when is the bracket? Bracket is from 2050 to infinity. So from infinity, people can come back in the time and tell that don't do this, otherwise war will happen. Don't invade any country or else war will happen. Don't go to that highway, otherwise you will die in accident. So wouldn't the people in future travel back in time and keep informing about all the major events? Wouldn't that lead to another web of paradoxes? Suppose your favorite sports person died in accident when he was driving a car. So wouldn't you go back in time and tell your favorite sports person that bro, don't drive car on that highway or on that road so that he lives? And if everyone tried doing that, wouldn't that lead to a full web of paradoxes?
Now you may say that maybe one can go to the future and not return to their time. Like if I go to 2050, I cannot come back to 2025. But wouldn't that be problematic as well? You don't know how the world would be in 2050 because no one can tell you. What if world is destroyed or collided with Andromeda galaxy? And if I am not there in 2025, how will an old and mature version of me exist in 2050? And if there is a passage between past and present, then everything will be grandfather paradox or bootstrap paradox, like I explained you with the pen and paper method. It's like, what if I gave Steve Jobs the code of Mac OS disk operating systems along with Lisa? No, it's not a girl's name, it's the name of the first PC developed by Apple. What if I gave source code of Facebook to Mark Zuckerberg? What if I told my ancestor, do all this to make you own Google or Microsoft so that I will be in a Rolls Royce right now? Nothing will be original and every invention will be glitch in matrix. Thank God none of inventions are made this way, but all futuristic inventions can be a bootstrap paradox. Every human can be a paradoxical creation. What if you were a paradoxical creation?